Right, I thought we might like to have a little walk around the site today, being as people can't get here easily. The first thing we can see here are the buds on the Amelanchier, which we planted in the bank by the car park last year, and there's several of the trees that we've planted on here starting to grow now. Okay, we're now going to have a walk through past the big bags of soil I still have to move to, there's some conifers and heathers growing nicely in their trough, and a few daffodils down the dike there. And some euphorbia outside the toilet. Now, we've actually put some new stakes in to actually mark the edge of the paths rather than the logs, because it makes it easier to trim the edges of the paths. So we're going down into the woods now. The various fruit trees have got their leaves on. As you can see, there's the medlar. And then the last patch that we cleared is starting to get primroses and the wood anemones. And the wild honeysuckle here is doing extremely well since we cleared the brambles off him. And on this side here we have all the primroses starting to grow, and you can see some of the wood anemones in the distance. Now we'll head round towards Witch's Corner. It's still a bit muddy underfoot, and there you can see even more of the wood anemones. They're still a bit asleep this morning because it's still quite cool and early. But you can see them at the back by the witch's seat. And then we look up, heading back up towards the garden. See them on this side, wood anemones and some primroses. There they go. More wood anemones. And then this patch is probably the best bit for wood anemones, but say unfortunately they're not very wide awake yet this morning. But you can see them all there. And on this side, running into the woods. Now we're going into the garden. Various things here. The wood anemones actually growing in amongst the flower beds as well, which brightens things up at this time of year. One or two tulips, and the daffodils are just about finishing now. We've got our new beds here and little bits of Albrecia, some more primroses in the pulmonaria, and then viburnum. There's our Acer starting to produce its new leaves, and here's the hellebore, and the camellia starting to come out, and some lovely cowslips. And then there's the new pond ready to be planted, and here's a nice little bee having his breakfast. Well, hope you like that little walk around